the challenge, the pain, the gain, and the potential of doing business in southeastern Nigeria, the Biafran land. ECOC, growing the economy of the southeast. Think home.
Good day, viewers. You're welcome back. This is still BBI Channel 1, and I still remain your one and only Asunched Peters, your host on the program, ECOC, Economy of the Southeast, the program that enlightens you on how to safely bring back your wealth home and be at peace. Oh yes, not just bringing back your wealth home in the southeastern part of Nigeria, but anywhere you are buying properties or making investment, you need this very program and on the series of what we're discussing to stay informed and avoid problems. Okay, now there are stories flying about people who all of a sudden, after setting up a project, building properties or constructing one thing or the other, the government comes in and takes over the property. And as expected, government, when they have interest in a property or in an area where maybe they discovered resources or whatsoever reason why the government had a claim or interest in that property, the expected thing is for the government to pay compensation. But many have cried, have wailed that this compensation never happened. We're going to find out why government may not pay compensation to some people, and some people may not have the right to claim compensation from government. In order to avoid this, you need to watch this program to the end. But before I double into it, let us take our commercial break. And when I come right back, we will double into the actual thing that has been happening and the news out there, which you need to see. I'll be right back. Don't touch that dial. Let's take this message from CCF, the sponsors of this program.
It's good to make hay while the sun shines. That's why, my dear friend, we're telling you about the Airport City Estate Umueri. The new Anambra International Cargo and Passenger Airport in Umueri is now functional, and that has made the city to become a beehive of activities. Airport City Estate Umueri is now selling like a hot cake. Any moment from now, the estate will sell out. So, it is a great opportunity that we are availing you to be a landlord and come and own a plot or more at Airport City Estate Umueri. The estate is on a table land. It is well beaconed and people are already developing their own plots of land. The estate is only 3 minutes drive from the airport and a stone throw from Stella Maris College. As we talk, street by street demarcation is already going on in the estate. Remember that land never depreciates, it always appreciates. So even if you don't want to develop, you can sell your plot of land and make lots of profit. A plot of land is now selling for only 2 million naira. To acquire our land, all you need to do is pay 10,000 naira registration and you shall be directed to see the land. If you like it, you can pay, and an irrevocable power of attorney, which implies that even the company cannot revoke your ownership of the land, will be given to you. We can also help you register the land and develop it at a moderate price. We act as surveillance. In case someone is helping you, we can always give you feedback on progress of work. Contact Committed Christian Friends New Heaven Real Estate Company Limited today to acquire your own land at Airport City Estate Umueri. We are at number 20 in Osionira, near Boromi Roundabout by Savoy Junction, Oka Road, Onitsha. For inquiries, call us on phone 07017870777. I'll take it again. 07017870777. Or you may also call 07038180830. 07038180830. Airport City Estate Umueri is fast selling out. Get your own plot of land now at a moderate price for your complete peace of mind. CCF, your peace of mind is our commitment.
Yeah, this is still BBI Channel 1. You're welcome back again, and we are still on the program ECOC, Economy of the Southeast. We are talking about the challenges people have been facing, the complaint people have been bringing to my desk about why is it that government don't pay compensation to people whom they took over their properties, probably landed properties for any reason whatsoever. I can tell you, these have been the problems so many people have experienced, and it's a sad one to lose your property without compensation from government. And these are some of the news just recently. You know, the government of Anambra State declared that there are so many illegal properties, and there are some places where government have interest, and people have already encroached in those places and set up properties. To what would government, and why should government pay or not pay compensation to those whom their property must have been demolished? Some of them, maybe their properties are situated in a place, but government desire to put in road there, and there's a property that is along that path and it affected it. Why is it that government does not pay the compensation that is needed? Now, these are some of the stories we've had so far, and I want you to take a look at it so that you know that what we're saying here is what is actually happening, and we are bringing you solution on how to avoid falling into that kind of trouble. Just stay tuned and just listen to this news and information. Very important. I'll be right back. Don't go away.
The first port of call for the task force team is the site of the 5-story building that collapsed about a week ago in Umuogali village, Oba, in Idemili South local government area of the state. Gaining access into the premises was initially a struggle as the team was attacked by hoodlums parading as youth in the area. Chairman of the Anambra State Physical Planning Board and the team lead leaves a warning to them.
Most of the buildings here, this building has no approval. And if you look, you'll see that they are the substandard materials they are using. They just keep thugs armed with guns. So any government official that comes before, they will drive them away. From now, any one of them we catch, we will make them to face the full embrace of the law.
Next is the second Niger Bridge viewed from the Obosi axis. The Sakamori drainage network and its environs can be viewed from a distance by the team and shows over 200 buildings erected on waterways, blocking the flow of water into the river Niger.
He has said that is not acceptable. So he has given us instruction, even at that, during that tour, that we should go and mark every house on the waterway. Without any exception, all the houses will be marked and give them notice to remove themselves. If they don't remove, he has told them that we will remove it, the government will remove it, and they will pay the cost of removal.
It's uncountable. It's uncountable. I cannot really say precisely, but I would say more than 200 buildings have blocked the drainages, have blocked our roads, have blocked our pathway and everything.
It's a disheartening situation in Okpoko town, a densely populated area, as residents here live with sewage waste, which has resulted to annual flooding in the area. The team again visits some buildings, and this time marks all for demolition. It's a similar situation in Ogbaru, and according to residents, the illegal structures springing up in the area have been the cause of flooding.
Before, we are safe here, but since they have blocked all the drainage of waters, we never... Who did? I don't know who did, but people are working, putting plots here and there.
As the exercise is rounded off, the next phase will be the cleaning up of ruins. The state government says it's resolute on its plan to restore the glory days of the state, and any form of resistance will be dealt with.
That is it. You've just seen that news, and it is so saddening. It is so touching to see people go through this kind of situation, and it has hindered a whole lot from investing or going into property investment. And it also set back our drive for the Akuluno campaign. So we're bringing you this program to proffer solution on how to effectively avoid falling victim. Or perhaps, in any case, because sometimes you may not really know it all, that government will tomorrow have interest in such properties. And how are you sure that anytime, any day, no matter what happens, you will not lose your property? At least you will get your compensation. Today I have with me our regular guest, a stakeholder in real estate investment and the president of CCF New Haven Estate, Sylvester Onigwe. He is right here with me to highlight on this very topical issue, and you need to help me share this video. And if you've not watched series of our videos which we have rolled out, please go back and watch them so that you don't miss anything that can, help you escape being a victim of investment in properties. Sir, it's a pleasure to have you.
God bless you.
It's a pleasure to have you once again.
God bless you.
And like we have been discussing, there had been complaints. People make complaints. People bring in their concerns. After our last video, what about the issue whereby someone, after making investment, he made proper inquiries, he had registered the land, he got his documents, or probably he have not gotten C of O, perhaps, but at least he had made a research, and the land is not government-owned property, or government does not have interest. But all of a sudden, government begin to have interest. Maybe as a result of they discover crude oil, or they discover one resources or the other. In Nigerian Land Act, any resource that is within any land, they automatically, that property becomes government property, and government has interest in them. Now, people are asking this question, that how can they avoid being victim? And at the worst case scenario, people will lose their property without compensation. So the people are asking this question, how can they effectively, be compensated in case any of these things happen, sir?
Thank you very much. Number one is that the government is not taking your land when it is not mainly to use for overriding public interest. It is when you have overriding public interest, it's when government will take your land. And when government take your land, that place, you will be compensated if you register it in the government. If you acquire land and you register it in the government, if there is an issue that it have to be for overriding public interest. For example, there are people that have land at that second Niger Bridge road. When you are in opposite that electrical market, there was a produce there. There are people that have produce there, and people that has land there, people that has building there. And in emergency, the second Niger Bridge have to pass from there. Now, if the people that owns land that place that time have registered it in the government, now because that one has taken is overriding public interest, because what public interest override the people that owns it, government will compensate them if they register that land in the Ministry of Land.
Okay.
But if they if they didn't register it, they won't get compensation. That is how it is being done. Government is not taking your land to go and own it and relocate it to another individual. They will not take it, and something that will be for public interest, they will take it. They won't take it and take to themselves. No, the law doesn't permit that. Or they won't take it and locate it to their girlfriend. Their law doesn't permit that. But they will take it when it has overriding of public interest. Something that will benefit the public. Either it is to build stadium, or to build a secretariat, or to build roads like that, or hospital or school for government. That is where they will take your land. And if you have registered that land, they won't just take it like that. They will compensate you.
Okay.
If you didn't register it in the government and you just your homeowner just share land, you take a document and go and keep in your file. If you didn't register it in the government and let government know that so and so land that you get from your homeowner, so and so time, you've come to register it in the government will register it and put your name and the document in the Ministry of Lands. Then if there is overriding public interest, government will compensate you to take that land.
Oh, that is very
That is
wonderful.
how it's been done.
That is very wonderful, honestly, because some people they don't even know that this kind of a thing is happening, and some people have cried. Their government came to their village, they used the property to build school or build this and that, and they were not giving compensation. And at the end of the day, they keep crying, this bad government, wicked government, without knowing that they should secure their property.
When you secure
it by registering that very property. It is very, very important. Now, sir, there is a story. Someone actually brought my attention to this. In the case, in fact, this case was that the community gave land to federal government, to not even the state government. You know, gave land to the federal government to set up borehole and government project. It didn't even materialize to fruition that the people were enjoying the borehole. And the lease, it was given to federal government on lease actually. And at the expiration of the lease, the villagers went back to reclaim their property. And the state government now came to say, no, we are taking this property, it's government property. And some of them have already, the families who has the property, who leased it to the government, who have taken it back and shared it to their people, and some of them have even resold it. Some of them have started constructing properties. Some of them registered. Some of them did not register. Now, the government is not coming in to say, listen, we have overall interest in this property that it will be meant for school, for hospital, or anything. And the person that is actually bringing it to my notice was like saying that I would love to, I don't mind losing my property as long as it is for the public interest. But for the fact that, hey, some people will say, oh, I want to relocate it, I want to reallocate it to another person, just like you just mentioned. So what will be the position of that person in that situation? Like, owning a property or probably leasing a property out and it later expired. What is the position of the law with your wealth of experience?
The position of the law that place is that that person that is located, if that time the lease was on, and the land was allocated to you, and you go to government and pay and do C of O in your name in the ministry, you register C of O. If government have law riding interests of the public use this time, government will compensate you to have that, because government have overriding rule over the land that is in their environment.
Okay.
So if you have registered that one in your name, when government see it, they will compensate you.
Okay.
But if you don't register it, they will take the land.
Wow, that's very serious. Okay, guys, you have seen and you've heard from our father, an experienced real estate investment personality. And these are some of the things, information we bring to your knowledge, so that when you're making investment, you wouldn't fall into any kind of problem. We have this estate that is being taken hot from the CCF, that Umweri Airport City Estate.
Yes.
Sir, in case of tomorrow, and the government discovered that that estate environs have crude oil and has interest in that place, what will be the position of those who own property there?
Those who own property there, if government discover oil there, imana ubefelugo. If you have bought it from us and go to government and register it in your name, and your name is in the ministry, you have registered it. If government will come tomorrow for that land, government will compensate you more above what you bought it. You will not gain. Because government is not just
They will compensate you.
they will compensate you much more than
the
the value of the land
at that time.
because you registered it on them. You make government to know that you buy so and so land in so and so time from so and so people, and you register the government and pay government their own in registration. There is payment you must pay to government in order to obtain CFO. You must pay some government something. So government, if he is coming tomorrow to take it from you, they will not pay you and compensate you.
Okay, now in the case of there are issues where sometimes somebody might not really be up and running in registering it. The estate itself, has it been registered generally as an estate?
Yes.
With government.
The estate we are selling is already registered generally.
Okay.
But for you now to have your own 5 plots, 2 plots, 1 plot, you can still register your own because government expect you. You have bought land, like from, for example, you have money to buy land. You will have money to pay government tax. And when you use your tax, you come and register your own. It will be it is for your interest. You know, land is not something of 1 year, 2 years. It's something that when you die, your children will inherit. So when you register it in government, even if the paper or somebody stole it in time future, when your children have not grown, when they grow and they go to minister and find out that so and so land is their father's land and they didn't know how it went about, that they will trace it and it will be given back to them. Because the document, even if it didn't miss in the government. Your name is permanently there in the Ministry of Lands. And your children and your children is their inheritance they will inherit after you.
And one good thing about this whole thing, there is what you call irrevocable power of attorney.
Yes.
So what does that imply when someone buys from this estate?
Irrevocable power of attorney is that the community that sell it to us have no power to revoke it. And we that sell it to people have no power to revoke it from them. You have sold them that plot of land you give to them is already given them. We don't have power to revoke it again because you have registered plot numbers and beacon numbers in that agreement you give to them have been registered in the ministry. And when you give it to them, you have sold it to them. It is on their name. It don't come back today, tomorrow. You don't even sell it to another person. If you sell it to another person and the first person go and register his own, the other ones come, it won't be registered because this one have been registered. The first one you gave have been registered. It will not be registered, and the person's own, the other person trespasser, his own will be fake.
Okay,
that is how it's been done.
Oh, that is wonderful. I think we've taken enough for today, and our viewers who are there, you've had it all. Don't miss any of the program on weekly basis when we publish it every Wednesday. Make sure you come and make sure you try as much as possible to connect to this program and every other program we are bringing to you on BBI Channel 1. Economy of the Southeast is our interest to see the economic growth of the southeastern part of Nigeria and perhaps the entire country, Nigeria, and in the entire African region, so that Africans will understand after their sojourn in Europe, America, Asia, and across the world, you have something to fall back on and to retire with when you come back home. That is why we're making this program, to enlighten you on how to make an effective investment in property right here in southeastern part of Nigeria, to be very specific. Thank you very much for watching, and I want us to take our message. Then when I come right back, our guest here has a word for you before we wrap it up for today's program. Don't go away. I'll be right back.
It's good to make hay while the sun shines. That's why, my dear friend, we're telling you about the Airport City Estate Umueri. The new Anambra International Cargo and Passenger Airport in Umueri is now functional, and that has made the city to become a beehive of activities. Airport City Estate Umueri is now selling like a hot cake. Any moment from now, the estate will sell out. So, it is a great opportunity that we are availing you to be a landlord and come and own a plot or more at Airport City Estate Umueri. The estate is on a table land. It is well beaconed and people are already developing their own plots of land. The estate is only 3 minutes drive from the airport and a stone throw from Stella Maris College. As we talk, street by street demarcation is already going on in the estate. Remember that land never depreciates, it always appreciates. So even if you don't want to develop, you can sell your plot of land and make lots of profit. A plot of land is now selling for only 2 million naira. To acquire our land, all you need to do is pay 10,000 naira registration and you shall be directed to see the land. If you like it, you can pay, and an irrevocable power of attorney, which implies that even the company cannot revoke your ownership of the land, will be given to you. We can also help you register the land and develop it at a moderate price. We act as surveillance. In case someone is helping you, we can always give you feedback on progress of work. Contact Committed Christian Friends New Heaven Real Estate Company Limited today to acquire your own land at Airport City Estate Umueri. We are at number 20 in Osionira, near Boromi Roundabout by Savoy Junction, Oka Road, Onitsha. For inquiries, call us on phone 07017870777. I'll take it again, 07017870777. Or you may also call 07038180830. 07038180830. Airport City Estate Umueri is fast selling out. Get your own plot of land now at a moderate price for your complete peace of mind. CCF, your peace of mind is our commitment.
You are welcome back. We are still on EcoC, Economy of the Southeast, and I believe, having watched this far, you've been able to grab something extremely important in real estate investment. And I thank our guests who had made elaborate explanation on how to avoid losing your property without compensation whenever the government has a public interest in it. So, sir, we really appreciate you. We have a word for our viewers out there.
Yes, viewers, what we are saying, you have all the golden opportunity to come and invest now. The land we are talking about still remain. Don't wait for it to add more money or finish. Just come now. That money you have in savings, you have it with you, that somebody can loan tomorrow. Say, I beg, give me, tomorrow. Come and invest it now. In the next 1 year, 2 years, you see the money toppling. So it is your time. Come and invest now. You will see the very good you do to yourself. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure. We hope to have you again next week, Wednesday. Okay. And to our viewers who are watching, I believe you've grabbed something special. Thank you for watching this video. Keep sharing it. Keep dropping your comments. In case you have any question, drop it. And on the comment section, we are going to answer that on the next series. I'm signing out. Tamasu Chinedu Peters. Keep watching, keep liking, keep sharing, and stay connected to this voice, and you will not be disappointed. Bye-bye for now, and stay safe.
The challenge, the pain, the gain, and the potential of doing business in southeastern Nigeria, the Biafran land. EcoC, growing the economy of the southeast. Think home.